What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins, West Ham Fan TV, back once again with Friday Night Pint with the boys. What's going on, boys?
Hey, not much.
All right, mate.
What are you shouting for?
All good, mate. All good. All good.
What are you shouting for?
Yeah, why is it? Who's shouting?
Me.
Nicky, yeah. He seems very, very excited today. Very excitable.
It's a Friday, isn't it?
Friday, innit? Working.
We should
working
be
lad now.
getting ready for the new season tomorrow. Should be starting tomorrow, but we've got the Europa League final tonight and the Champions League final on Sunday. When last season ain't even finished yet.
Mental, innit? Mental thinking it that way. That, you know, we've still not heading into September. We still ain't finished last season.
You fucking love it, Scott.
No, it's crazy. It's fucking mental. I was saying this the other day. Like, you ain't even played the Champions League final, and you know you're playing next week. Got a friendly on Tuesday. The fucking Carling. No, what's it called? The Charity Shield next week.
Oh dear.
Man,
Some teams ain't getting a break. Like some teams, really, they ain't able to have a break.
I think ain't the two Manchester clubs got a delay to their season. They don't start until the second week of the season because they played in Europe.
They have a week off.
Yeah.
But how's that fair on Wolves? They went just as far. They played the day before, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Not only that, Man United might not even have Harry Maguire at the moment. He's locked up, and he beat up the policeman last night.
Yeah, apparently
in Mykonos.
He's had a good holiday.
And then what made it worse? He tried to pay the old bill off. He tried to give him the phone, and they went no.
I'll tell you what, mate. If he's tried to pay the old bill off, he could be in a lot more trouble than he thinks.
Yeah, definitely. It's how far they want to take it. Let's be honest, they're not going to take it that far, are they?
All right, Solskjaer, where's your £80 million defender? Oh, he's locked up. Oh, all right then, bye.
Unbelievable.
But you going back to the fact that the two Manchester clubs have got an extra week off and Wolves haven't. Anyone just thinking big club bias as per usual with the Premier League?
Yeah, so I mean, sounds like it. Don't put it past them at all.
Exactly.
Oh, don't get Dan started.
It's conspiracy. I'm telling you.
Have you noticed something?
Nick, here's a classic.
Have you noticed something?
Big boy, Ludo McCluskey.
No,
you're indoors.
They let me in.
Yeah, I was just about to say, look,
someone's a bit away.
Yeah, he looks a bit away.
Everyone out, Nicky indoors.
Oh yeah,
they let me indoors. They shut me in the cupboard.
It's windy. It's super windy outside now. So
yeah, I know, man. It is proper windy. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, everyone in the chat. Everyone, Facebook, Periscope, YouTube,
everywhere
around the world.
Right, what should we discuss first?
I think we've got to start with the fixtures because they come out yesterday, and it's been a bit of controversy on the old social media. Everyone getting a bit upset about them, especially the man below me who's just disappeared from the screen.
Let's have it. Come on, let's have it out.
I mean, everyone was like, "Oh, we got," because the league fixtures was we had Liverpool. Everyone was up in arms. Oh, we got Liverpool. We are biased and all that. We get Newcastle, and then I know we've got a tough run, but the way I see it is that you got to play everyone twice in the season. It don't matter. There's no conspiracy that we don't look at other teams' fixtures. I'm sure other teams have got runs just as bad as us, but you've got to play them. So, and sometimes it ain't always worked out for us, but it's always good to play these teams at the beginning of the season. And if we can get a good home win against Newcastle, you got Arsenal away, and then you got Wolves at home. And I don't think Wolves are going to be the same sort of team this season as they was last season.
I agree with you. I used to think that playing the better sides at the start of the season is a good thing, and I sort of realised that maybe it's not, because the teams like Man City and Liverpool, especially last season, and City over the past few seasons, they hit the ground running. You know, they spanked us 5-0. They went on a bit of a run, and but you know, when you look at it, we got Arsenal and like that. Arsenal ain't great. You know, let's be honest. We played them twice this year. They beat us, but a few chances taken, a few other decisions went our way. We're turning them over. So you look at them games. Apart from when you're playing the likes of Liverpool City, which is very, very difficult, but even when you look at this season, when we played Liverpool at Anfield, we were unlucky not to get something. So, so long as we don't slip up against Newcastle and start off with a bad performance there.
Thing is, Scott, right? You look at everyone's going on about October. We've got Leicester away, Tottenham away, Man City at home, and Liverpool away. I'd rather play that in October than in May.
Yeah, exactly. You look at our running in May. Again, our running's quite decent.
So basically, we're like thinking like, all right, you get to May and we're probably looking maybe fighting for our survival type of thing, and we want easy games in May. Like, I want to be safe by May.
Oh yeah, I want to be safe by the end of September, Dan.
Yes, I think that's quite possible.
The thing is, if you get off to a good start, it sort of sets up your season. But yeah, look, it is difficult. But how can you be a Premier League team and not expect a difficult game every week? Every team is difficult.
Yeah. No, but like there's teams. Some teams are more difficult than others, right? We know that.
Yeah, you got your top 6, your top 4, and all that. Of course, they're difficult, but
yeah, some of these got world class players. I mean, even Arsenal, right? Arsenal are I'd say they're probably better now. I think they've got still a long way to go, but they're a better team than when we played them now. Right?
Arsenal will be better next season than what they was last year. I think Arteta's got a good thing going at Arsenal, and he'll get a couple of good signings in there. If they can keep Aubameyang, it'll be massive for them.
Yeah, but they're still not great. Let's be honest. They've still got.
No, but I'm saying they're probably better than us. I'm damn sure. If we're not making improvements,
yeah, they are better than us. Let's be honest. That's why
they've got a world class striker that could be potentially signing a new deal, which is going to be a buzz for them. But here's the thing, right? And it's what I said before. Look, we have that run of games. Yeah, you have got to play everyone twice. But when you're doing these really difficult run of games, if we come out of that with and we come out of October going into November at the bottom, then you're in the relegation. You're in the relegation zone. You're at the bottom of the table.
Wait. What happens if we come out the other end of it positively?
Yeah, what happens if we win all our games? What happens if we win all our games in October and then in November we lose to Fulham, Sheffield United, and Villa?
Do you know what? I would rather that, though, to be honest, because then at least that way we've got enough points on the board early on, and we're not going in. You know what I mean? At the bottom, but like Troy Deeney, right, went on an interview the other day and said the first 7 games are crucial, and that's pretty much going to decide roughly where you.
They are crucial. They are crucial. But look, I have a good old laugh and a joke about playing the first, one of the top 6 every season for the last few years. We get Newcastle. I had a joke. They got Newcastle, so they thought we'd better tack them up for the next 6. But it is a point of you have to play everyone. So if you get if you get a win against Newcastle, you get a draw against Arsenal, you get a win against, I don't know, Wolves, the home games and that. We normally do all right at Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
We normally do all right at Spurs.
6 points for them last season.
Yeah, but we when you look at it over history, it's one of them things where anything that can happen. You just have to play everyone twice. I do understand what you're saying. It can be the make or break of some people's seasons, but we had a really good start last year and it ended up in disaster. So let's just see.
The thing is, as well, the difference is that yesterday, when the fixtures got released, there was loads of fans up in arms moaning about it and that. And then I look at Leeds fans and they're over the moon and they got Liverpool.
Let's be honest, they're just happy to bloody be here. They're just happy to be here. That's what they're happy.
I know they're happy to be here.
Play big teams like, we get to see Leeds versus Liverpool. Brilliant, exciting.
Technically they don't, do they? Because they're not going to be allowed in. And I think Leeds have been out of the Premier League for 16 years. First season they get up, not allowed to go to any games. Imagine how gutting it is for their fans to think we can't go to Anfield opening day of the season and things like that. Fucking terrible. But yeah, I mean, look, people were just going to moan anything. We could have had the first fixtures could have been 10 easy games and people would have still moaned about something. We've got to go last 10 games. We've got to play the big teams. It's just the way it is. I don't think there's any conspiracy.
I said, I don't think I'm not saying there's all out of conspiracy. What I'm saying is it's not an ideal opening start to the season.
But this is the sort of like negativity we breed as West Ham. could literally be bottom after 7 games. The season don't end after 7 games. It end after 38 games.
But it don't, but
where you are after 7 games.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You can still come out of it, but still, that whole psychological standpoint, and like I said, Troy Deeney's even said it. He's played the game. That psychological standpoint of you're in the bottom after these 7 games, then you're there trying to fight. Then the next game turns into must win, and then the next game turns into must win, and you're just there and you're scratching
when you look at the flip side of that, you look at this season. First game we got slapped by City, so we were bottom. Then the next 4 games we were up to 6. You know, so you can't turn around and say the psychological thing is.
We're talking about one game. We're not talking about one game.
But we lost that one game. We got ourselves up to 6, and then nosedived all the way down towards the bottom 3. So you're buzzing on confidence when you're up at 6. You know, we played Palace, lost to Palace, and then nosedived.
Yeah, but that's a completely different thing from being down at the bottom and then trying to look at your next game and going, we need to win, that pressure's on. Whereas when you're 6th, we've seen it, you can go in and just get too comfortable. But Dan,
I don't understand the point. Yeah, that's just the way it is, isn't it? No one's going to change it. What they're going to do is give it a reshuffle now because you don't like it.
No, but what's wrong with saying it's not a good...
No, there's nothing wrong with saying it, but we can't change it. We just have to deal with it.
Give your opinion on it. We can't change what happens on the pitch, can we? You can't change what happens on the pitch.
No, it's not an ideal start. It's probably, when you look at the fixtures on paper, it's the toughest start you could ask for, barring having another top side. You know, you look at them 7 fixtures, barring Newcastle, there's 6 teams that have been in the top 6 in the past 2 seasons. So, you know, you can ask for an easier start, but
I don't think we've got a single point against Wolves since they've come back up.
No, we haven't, and that's the thing. That's how you got to look at it. That's the worry. It's teams like that.
But this is the good thing about this is the good thing about a new season. It's a fresh start. Yeah. It's a fresh start. You don't worry about what happened last season or the season before that. We can go out and beat these teams now. You never know. But I mean, you look at the last 5 fixtures that we finished with. Burnley, Everton, Brighton, West Brom and Southampton. I didn't see anyone complaining about that. Everyone was like, that's a great end to the season. Well,
it is. But hopefully that getting points against them is neither here nor there because we'd be safe by then. That's what you want, didn't you? I don't want to be in the same situation this season we was in this last season.
Yeah, of course. But you look at them 4 fixtures, Everton, a side we normally don't do well against, and Burnley, a side that have given us a couple of idings over the last few seasons. So they're not easy. There's not, as we said many a time, there isn't an easy game in the Premier League.
I just remember the good old days when everyone used to be excited about the new fixtures. Maybe I'm getting old.
I'm just happy for the first time in 7 seasons we ain't playing one of the top 6.
Do you know what it is, right? And I've done this little transfer video. I haven't put up yet, but it's why I've been so reluctant to do videos, right? Because I've just been so down on the club now, and I didn't want to do videos and come across as negative, but just the whole vibe for me. I know you guys are excited, but I just personally feel just down on it at the moment. I don't know what it is. I can't get excited just because of the way things are. And hopefully I'm wrong, and that's good. Like I said the other day on the video, I would rather be.
What is it you're down on?
It's just the whole. It's just the way
lack of signings.
Yeah, it's not just the fact that there's no signings yet. It's this whole this keeps being pushed out. This sell to buy, and the more I'm seeing other clubs do stuff and all these figures that get pushed on us, and you just feel like I should be excited to see what Moyes can do with a full season and some signings, but he's not really going to get the signings. So it's like, he's going to be? We've just got Moyes in the same situation as we've had him before.
I know what you're down on. I know what you're down on. And I agree with you to a certain extent. It's the rinse repeat, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm with him as well on that.
It is. It's the same. It's hard, to forget and just go and click and get to the Men in Black memory wipe and go in and go, new season, because it's just the same thing now every year, and it's just.
Yeah, but don't the way we ended the season give you a little bit more positive for going into the season?
Yeah, there's positives to take. Definitely from that, but like I said, you've got Souček and Bowen. I'm interested to see what they could do with more time, but I do think that we do need to make additions because I thought we was very fortunate to have Antonio fit, during that time. I think if he's not fit, we're down. And the problem is you can't rely on Antonio to stay fit for a full season, especially he's getting older now. And the fact that we're not getting anyone else in, well, we might do, but at the moment, if we've got to sell to buy.
When does the transfer window shut? Is it end of September?
October.
So there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time for us to get a few players in, and we've obviously got to ship a few players out. But I'd rather get rid of players that don't want to be there and are wasting money at the club. I mean, I see Felipe Anderson today linked. They're looking to sell him for about 25 million. Now, for me, I'd like to keep Anderson and give him another chance. But if he's going to get that 25 million, David Moyes, and be able to spend that 25 million directly on another player, then I'm all for that. Because I'd rather have players at the club that want to play for West Ham and they're just not there for the wages.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But the thing is, 25 million. Somebody told me the other day that we still owe 20 million for him. So they're literally looking to wipe the debt off.
This is the thing as well, and the Allaire one as well.
If you look at the, this whole. I had a conversation on Twitter yesterday. I want to know the thing that worries me the most about it all is why we're so skint, why we are so broke. Because you look at other clubs around us in similar situations. I posted all like financial information. And let's be honest, they're fucking skint because they're offering 20% off the fucking shop today for the weekend. So they're skint because they've just bought out new kit. So no one's buying them. They're very. I think they're very worried.
What, mate? Just jumping in on the kit situation. I think that because a lot of people buy kits to go to the games, and maybe people are thinking because we can't go to the games, they're not going to fork out 50 odd quid for a shirt. That could be why they're trying to get more sales in there. I don't.
They're obviously not going to have the match day revenue, are they? They're not going to have people walking in and out of the shops on a match day. They're going to miss out on 60,000 potential customers at the beginning of the season, and they're going to miss out on another 45 when they allow everyone into the ground. So I can understand it through that. Through that,
it's for everyone, isn't it?
But yeah, exactly the same. But this is the thing. We're talking about finances and everything else. We are really broke. And it's worrying. It worries me because I think that the ticket office is starting to worry now because something like only 40% have renewed their season ticket, which it got them to extend the season ticket deadline until middle of September. I think it's a day before the season. We are really, really skint, and they're looking at ways to sort of sell players and all that. It just worries me. It just worries me how we found ourselves in this situation. And this is the sort of point I was trying to make when I was tweeting this stuff out yesterday. I wasn't trying to question Sean. I wasn't having a go at Sean. I wasn't getting people to have a go at Sean. I was just asking him simple questions and giving him back some simple answers because he gets his information from the top and I'll get my information from the bottom, And it doesn't add up. The whole thing doesn't add up. There's something like £60 million that has just fucking seemingly disappeared into thin air, and even that everybody's in the same situation. I think this is what West Ham seem to forget sometimes: is everyone's in the same situation. You can't use this situation as an excuse when everybody's fucking in the same boat, yet people are doing stuff. We can't stick with the same squad. We can't because it's, it nearly went down last year. Can you risk that again? I don't think
David Moyes needs to put his stamp on the team completely, because obviously there's going to be players there that don't fit what he wants to do, and he needs to be able to bring in additional players that fit what he wants to do.
Where are we getting this money from? Yeah, there's players to go out wholeheartedly. There's players to go out, but where the fuck's this £60 million disappeared to? Why are we pleading poverty worse than the rest? It just, I don't know, something doesn't add up to me. It's very, I don't know. It stinks of excuses already, and this is why I'm a little bit downbeat on the season and all of that thing, because it's going to be the same, rinse and repeat. And the problem is with this season, they've got a ready-made excuse if it all starts to go balls up.
The thing, and that's the worrying thing, is they've got an excuse to blame you know, if things ain't going right, they've got an excuse to get rid of Moyes. They've got the excuses already lined up. The excuses are there from, oh, we ain't got no money. Oh, COVID has sort of done us in. COVID's ruined us. Blah blah blah. The excuses are there for them to use, and you know, if things don't go right, they're going to exploit them reasons, and just that's what they're going to use to try and make themselves save face and, you know, get out of it. But you are right in what you're saying. You can't have other teams who have smaller revenues than ours, you know, signing players, and we're not. You know, and they've saved money already. Zabaleta's off the wage bill. Sanchez is off the wage bill. They've just got rid of Ajeti. He's now off the wage bill. So they can't sit there and say there's no money there, because there is money there. There's money there in wages. There's free transfers out there to go and get. Why are we not looking at that? Why are we not looking to bring loan players in?
Yeah, and FFP has been relaxed, so we ain't got to worry about FFP. Like,
the thing is, I can imagine that the club are looking at loan signings, and it's because nothing's been done yet. People are all panicking. Like, the season don't start for another few weeks. We could get in 4 signings next week.
Oh, yeah,
but it's totally different.
Yeah, I'm
it's
not
this whole sell to buy thing. It's the whole fact that it's coming out that we ain't got no money and we got to wait. And the thing is, because we could sell. We might need to sell and move some players on, but there's no guarantee we're going to get what we need to then go and sign these other players. These players we want might have been picked up by someone else.
This has been going on for years at West Ham, and the only difference is now, and I think it comes down to it, it's a lot of the problems at the football club is a lot of these inter-knows and all that, and these sites like Sean Weston that are leaking it, because you never got this years ago.
No.
And this was going on at West Ham years ago. But now it gets leaked every day. It gets leaked every day. Every time I go on Twitter, there's always this, that, and the other. We ain't got this, we ain't got that. But it's been going on at years. Nick, you know yourself, when Aaron Redknapp was in charge, we had to sell Andy Impey to balance the books. You know, it's been going on for years at West Ham. You know, but now you've got all these people that are so desperate to break the news because they want to have hits to their website and things like that. And I think, yes, I know Gold and Sullivan that have ruined the football club, but I think these sort of websites and that are just as fucking bad. They're just as bad.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the problem. It's like someone put in the comments, you know, before social media, everyone was excited for the start of the season.
Exactly.
Transfer video I did with Jace that ain't gone out yet. I said the thing is, with social media, you can't escape it because it's on your timeline. It all comes, these stories. So you get fatigued, because back in the day, you know, you'd walk past a newspaper, you pick it up and see, oh, West Ham linked with that, or you'd go on the teletext. That's usually how you would go and check it. It weren't like constantly shoved
or
in.
Or you'd run up your mum's phone bill on Club Call for about 6 hours.
But the thing is, you pick up your newspaper and you sit there and you'd read, oh, West Ham is linked with this player, and you know, because his newspaper is sort of a bit made up. But there's certain things out there now that people take their word as gospel, and that's the thing. And some people manipulate what they say to get clicks to websites. There's some people out there who say it how it is. You know, they'll sit there and say West Ham are interested in this player, but you know, there's nothing concrete. They're just interested. They're thinking about, you know. But there's other people out there that will sit there and say West Ham are going to sign this player, blah blah blah, and then you have to click on a link to go through to the website, which, as Nicky's pointed out, a lot of these websites are just riddled with ads.
Yeah,
you know, and that's the thing. And I know, you know, you look at our platform with what we ain't got no in the nose. We've never tried to turn around and say we've got the in the nose and things like that. And we're not about driving people to us on clickbait. But there are a lot of people out there that do that, and that's the biggest problem with our club. There's so many leaks and things like that around it that is clickbait and causes people, and that's what causes.
I've down the years, I've been told things. I've been in meetings where things have been said, and I don't go out and tell. I let other people do that because I'm not there to damn it. I feel like some people get a kick out of giving out bad news for the football club. And that's the worrying thing. And that's when I think to myself, are they really fucking fans? Because all they want to do is damage the football club's image. I know Gold and Sullivan are doing a good job of that, and Brady. But fuck me, when your own fans start doing it, that's worrying. And that's what pisses me off. These people piss me off more than what Gold and Sullivan do at the moment.
We've sat on information before and not said nothing until after the fact that it's happened. You know, just because it wasn't the right thing to do. It wasn't the right thing to leak the information or bring up.
This is the thing. We all knew Pint was leaving, but how can you turn around to a fan base and say our best player's leaving?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. We could have leaked that story a long time before anyone else even thought about leaking it, but we didn't.
How many times, Scott, has a player had a medical at their hospital where your mate works, and we could have said, "Oh, he's signing, that signing," but we don't, because if it goes tits up, you look like fucking idiots.
Yeah.
I just sometimes wish I could go back to the old days where there was no social media and you could just look forward to seeing a signing in Hammers News or the Newham Recorder or something like that.
This is the problem, though, right? Like when the likes of ex-West Ham employee and all of that come out and Sean and all of that sort of thing, people were sort of second guessing about where they was getting their information from, and who's the rat, who's the mole, and all of this sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, we know where it comes from. We know where it comes from with Sean. It comes from the very top. Now, when the very top, the very, very top of your organization is leaking out moves to sort of drive that propaganda machine like over and over. Tell them we ain't got no money. I don't want to take the fucking flack at the end of the season. You take the flack. In exchange for that, I'll tell you some information later on in the season. That's what it is. I'll scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's exactly what it is. Inflated figures and all that. I added up the figures today. There's about 60 million pounds just gone fucking bye-bye. Just, we spent this, we spent... It's bollocks. That's absolute nonsense. They're just figures that are plucked out of the air by the very, very top. This is the thing, right? So if you're leaking from the very, very top, you can't plug that leak. It's not like you can find some kit man who's giving information out that's damaging. As Ryan said, it's damaging the club, and the chairman is fucking giving it to them.
Yeah,
the fucking chairman of the football club is giving them the fucking information. You can't find that rat. You can't find that leak when the leak is coming from the very top. It's not leaking. It's spilling.
Yeah, they're unprofessional. We've known that. They've always been unprofessional.
Ain't the word, but it's just not right.
Imagine if this was imagine back in the old days, if they had done it, how would they have spread? They'd have had to get like an aeroplane with the news on the back flying it around.
Do you remember that time when I don't know if it was you or one of them said they done an article like club are going to tighten up on leaks, they're going to shut down leaks, and then the next fucking post was a story about who he was getting or something.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when the club used to do their own insider for a little while?
Oh yeah,
the club insider.
Club insider. That was funny. That was.
But yeah, I just think sometimes, like, you know, back in the old days, I mean, me growing up as a kid, like, you used to be buzzing for even. Do you know what? Even yesterday morning at 9:01, I was refreshing because I wanted to see the fixtures, and there is that little bit of excitement still in me. And I'm 36 now, but I just think it's so negative at the moment at the football club, and I think social media is a massive problem. A massive problem. I know we can't get rid of it because it is massive. We obviously use social media and things like that, but it's just I just feel sometimes it's so negative, and that's why sometimes I go days without even looking at it because I know that it's just going to be full of shit and moaning.
It's like Graham said. Graham said, I was talking to Graham today about social media. You know, we all laugh and joke about him on social media and things like that. But he feels that social media is one of the worst ever inventions of time, like of all time.
I agree, Scott. Do you know what? When I didn't have my phone last year for 3 weeks, the first 2 days it was a struggle. Do you know what? After that, once I got past that period, I loved not having my phone. I loved not having Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all notifications coming up. I enjoyed it so much, and it is true. But social media is also a good thing as well because you can get in contact with people that you haven't seen for years. You can change things with players, and that's the positive side of it. And that's what we need a bit more of. But some people just love living off negative, and that's the thing.
I know what you mean, right? But with the moaning, because I know a lot of fans that look maybe people know I like a bit of a moan. The difference is, right, when I look at the Arsenals, I look at the Chelseas, and a lot of these fans become a propaganda hype machine for their own clubs and will say things are great when they're not great. They'll hype up every player. They'll hype up every manager. You know, whenever even they've got something wrong, they've got to try and it is like propaganda, like spin things. Everything's spin. Do you know what I mean? I feel like with West Ham fans, a lot of the time we say it how it is, and maybe we do. Look, British people moan. It's a thing. But it was also a form of therapy. It's a therapy.
That's one thing I'll never take away from West Ham fans is they're straight to the point. They don't beat around the bush. They tell you how it is.
That's what I mean. Arsenal fans, they'll say black is blue. Do you know what I mean? Like just for their personal image, rather than actually say this player, we're shit at the moment, but they'll want to spin it, or he didn't get this wrong. He was really doing this when he fucked something up, and I don't want to ever be a spin machine for the club.
That's where I feel, for me personally, why I feel we're a bit better than some others, because like we've always said, if someone's bad, we'll say they're bad, but then when they're good, we'll say they're good. We're not going to try and coat over the fact that they've had a bad game. If they've had a bad game, they've had a bad game.
Look at the situation when David Moyes was appointed. Straight away, people were calling, get him, shit, sack him. He won his first game. He sacked. As soon as they was waiting for him to lose, and that's what I don't like. Look, David Moyes wasn't my first choice. I've said that publicly loads of times, but I always got behind him because I want him to do well. Because if he's doing well and proving us wrong, we're fucking doing well. We're winning. You know what I mean? And I actually enjoyed the football under David Moyes towards the end of the season.
I agree, mate. I totally agree. I think that towards the end of the season, I was impressed with the performances we were putting in, and you could see a plan in the way we were playing as well. And that's the thing. You, like I said, with Antonio, you go all the way back to when we signed Antonio, and we were sitting there saying, we don't think he's going to cut it. He proved us wrong.
Scott, we were saying that last season at the beginning of the season.
I'm sure at the start of last season, I was turning around and saying I fully expect him to leave the club.
That's the difference, right? That's where it switches, right? Where I'm like the more positive one than you guys when it comes to players, because
whoa.
way more benefit.
No way you're more positive than me about players.
No, well, unless it's Declan Rice, but I'm saying like.
It ain't Declan Rice, it's Mark Noble. How many times have I tried to say Creswell, Fredericks? I'd even back Roberto if I have to, but I won't.
But like I don't know, maybe not you. Like I said, you especially like the English players, like you obviously always.
I remember Dan. I'll let you into a little secret. Scott, cover your ears. I remember the days when Scott used to really hate Mark Noble, and he used to sit next to me on post-match pint, and he used to really wind me up. But now, Scott, you love Mark Noble, didn't you?
Why don't you tune him?
I fully appreciate what.
Nicky, trust me, mate. There was a couple of times where the old left hook was gonna.
These people who you tweet and go, stop moaning. They're the same ones that just slag players off and say they need to be gone after a couple of bad games.
Yeah,
right.
Look,
Bonner, everyone wanted him out.
The thing is, we're in the opinion game.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and this is the problem with social media. I don't think the social media has a problem with everyone telling everyone the world their opinion. The problem from social media comes when someone says an opinion, someone disagrees with it, and someone says, "Shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. If you say it again, I'll chin you cunt." Yeah, that's where the problem lies. It's not the fact that everyone has opinion, and this is what I'm saying. Is your opinion, and I've said this all along, this is why West Ham Fan TV, your opinion means as much as my opinion. I just got a webcam and a microphone. That's the only difference between my opinion and everyone else.
And you've also got an Oi Big Boy jumper, which is available in our store along with this.
20% off at the minute. But this is the thing. This is what this channel is for, is everybody's opinion is the same. We don't have to fight. Dan's going to fight a geezer over the fucking fixtures.
Well, no, I'm not going to fight him. He's going to fight me. Don't act like I'm the instigator.
Well, whether
you fight him, Dan, and I'll hit him from behind with a stick. Who was he?
Fight him or he's going to fight you. This is what I'm saying. You've had an argument over the fixtures because your opinion don't match with his opinion. He wants to come and see you in person and fucking probably punch you in the face.
The problem is, Nick, is that back in the days, if me and you went West Ham and after the game we went in the pub and we had a disagreement, that's it. We'd go home and it'd just be like finished. Now it continues all night on social media where people are arguing. It gets to, like you said, threats and inboxing and things like that. And anyway, Inter Milan are 1-0 up.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Lukaku.
Question, and I think this is a good one. Before we go on to the staff, no, that's not it. Is X a good thing or not? Is X a good thing or not? Discuss. Someone needs to ask the question. Now,
Yeah, I like X as a person. I think X is 99.9% spot on with his stuff.
We can't say that like we don't like leaks and all of that stuff, and then just say X is good. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying X is a person. Like I've said before, I don't agree sometimes with the stuff that's leaked and things like that. But that's what he does, and people like it, people don't like it. But
I'll give you my opinion, right? Now, I don't like leaks. Yeah, I talk to X quite regularly. I'll stand in a pub and have a beer with him and Dave and all of that sort of thing. No problem. Do I totally agree with the leaks? Not really. Not all the time. Do I understand why they happen? Yeah, I do. Would it be a good thing? Because now a lot of people like troll X and you know, I think he caught a couple of trolls recently, which was something to behold. But a lot of people troll him and they sort of say things about him. I don't agree sometimes with leaking information. I just don't agree with it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my thing, right? But this is the thing. He said in the last few weeks, he's thinking about stopping it.
Well, he did for a couple of weeks, didn't he? Come off social media.
But he's thinking about stopping it permanently from next season, saying that's it. You know, I'm not getting anything out of it. The only thing I get from it is abuse and all of it. And I personally said to him, you can't stop. You can't stop. And I'll tell you why he can't stop. Is X leaks a lot of information. Yeah. He also withholds a lot of information that Sean will leak. Yeah. And then that X has to talk about it because that people know he knows. Right. If X stops, the only onus falls on Sean and Hugh to carry this through. And the thing with Sean and Hugh is they mix information with propaganda. And everyone will only be going to them for this news. They're so addicted to getting this news so soon now. They'll just be reading this website over and over, and it will just plant things in the. So he can't give up. He can't.
It sounds like Luke's bloody X is Luke Skywalker and Sean's the evil emperor that he needs.
Yeah, it's a bit like that because you know they're different. You know, X isn't running a website that he's running a podcast, but he isn't running a website that's just reliant on clicks. Whereas Sean is, so he just wants the clicks. So he'll mix information with rumor and all that. Like the other week, he was denying his own fucking rumors. He started a rumor and then says, "Oh, we ain't really bid for anyone." Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you then?
The thing is,
you know what I like about X and Dave as well is that they're proper fans.
Yeah,
they're proper fucking West Ham fans, and I know that. And I listen to their podcast all the time. You know, I was listening to I haven't listened to the one they done the other day, but last week's one. And do you know what? The way them two come across, like they're two best mates that just like us sitting in a room talking, you know, and they love the football club and they're passionate about the football club. And I understand sometimes when you've got information, you can't wait to tell people. I understand that, but you can see Harris even getting to X at the moment because he's thinking about not even doing it anymore. He's got a life of his own. He's got a family, you know, and things like that. And I think what they do with their podcast and their match day events are fucking some of the best content West Ham fans do. Honestly, their events are great and their podcast is second to none. I mean, I was in the gym listening to it the other day and they was talking about they was promoting this shaver for your balls for men. I'll tell you what, it was one. I was pissing myself laughing. The way they was explaining it, the way Davey said his balls were smooth as a dolphin's nose and things like that. And honestly, mate, it was fucking unreal. And you know, I know X gets a lot of stick sometimes, but you know, it's getting to him when he's thinking he might give it up.
Yeah, it's because he gets bollocks from it. He gets bollocks from it. Hugh makes a living from it. He don't.
But do you think he don't get anything out of it? Because, like, think about it. Like, you're not going to just do something top out of the goodness of your heart. You're just going to do this.
Well, they obviously earn something from probably the match day events, which they should do. They've got a podcast is sponsored. I mean, we do a Patreon. We get paid for doing this.
But if you think about it, he got big off of the ITK stuff, and that's the main thing people go to. So through that, you can then promote these other avenues because you grow your account bigger and bigger because everyone comes to you for the ITK news. Then you're like, oh, by the way, I've got a podcast. Or by the way, we got an event. So it's beneficial and it feeds the website. It feeds the other stuff. So that's like,
it's probably, we've all probably sat there. Everyone that's been in this game has probably sat there one day and thought, "Fuck this for a caper." Like we all go through that. It might have just been an off the cuff sort of decision that he made. You know what I mean? We've all sat there when some cunt's been saying something about you on your line, and you sit there and by yourself and think, is this worth it? Is this worth the trouble? Like because none of us are making a proper living off of it. None of us are making a living off of it whatsoever. But it's nobody's job. But then you look at websites like Claret and Hugh, which are just making up bollocks, just copy and pasting, and because people are clicking on their websites, they are making a living off of it. It's hard to take, you know what I mean? Because your website comes from the heart, and your news and stuff comes from the heart, and your content comes from pure determination. Their content comes from pure copy and paste, but you can't even find the content when you're on there. You're fucking scrolling through websites. Like you're looking through the websites like fucking some fucking Philip Schofield's kicked off on this morning. He's fucking had a go at Ollie Willoughby there, and you actually have to fucking scroll through it to to find the fucking words.
Yeah.
Any website. You know what I mean?
The thing is, because see, when you got a website, it's content hungry, right? You got to keep posting, so you got to find stories to keep people going to your website. Here's the difference: is the thing is with us, and I can definitely speak for myself on this. I hate feeling like doing content for content's sake because similar to YouTube, like you got to keep putting videos up so people keep coming. But I don't want to make a video on a transfer story that I know is probably bollocks, like and just talk about it. And I'm like,
that's it. You
might
make
do a video to say it's bollocks. Yeah, exactly, for context's sake. But you get that's what it gets exhausting for me, is because I keep seeing we're linked with all these players, and you just know it's just rubbish, and that's what it gets so tiring. And then to have to talk about it, you just think, oh, fucking hell, like I wish I could just ruffle from it.
Yeah, the funny thing is after this video, Dan's got a transfer video going up.
And that one, do you know what? I have to look at it back because that one I was super just fed up, and I was like, I'm sorry, guys, it comes up negative. I have to edit that or something.
Anyway, you know what?
The thing is, I was thinking about sort of doing a daily transfer show until the season starts because it gets you interacting with people every day. It's regular content. And in a minute, we ain't got nothing going out but this once a week, so.
But the people love it.
That's what I said. When you look at today, like I said, well, I read the article that we linked with Sammy Khedira. He's never coming to us. We're never going to be able to afford his wages. But this article was saying Juventus president, or whoever he is meeting with clubs in England to offload.
We've got more chance of signing Sammy Lee.
This is the thing, It's you just know certain stories are bullshit. At the end of the day, and that's the thing. Is you sit there and talk all day long about them.
Let me just.
Ben Chilwell was close to joining Chelsea.
Let me just update the chat about what's going on. Right, we're going for an hour. Then we're going to do Ask Us Anything because I've got to be off by 9 tonight. So
can we have some positivity now? Because I feel that the first 43 minutes and 30 seconds was very it weren't negative. Well, it was negative, but let's have some positive stuff.
Give us some, right? Give us some positivity. Bring it.
Well, there ain't no fucking positivity.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There is some positivity. I'm going to take this minute to promote my Hammers 11, the guy that runs that, who's doing a charity stream very soon.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, was that it? I thought you said take a minute.
That wasn't a fucking minute. I thought you were going to bring him out. I thought he was going to come out the door behind you.
No. I was just going to if you go and subscribe to the guy from My Hammers 11, if you go and check out his channel, I like his channel. I think it's a nice, fresh little watch every day.
I'm on it next week. I'm on the charity night next Thursday.
This is the thing. He asked Ryan to go on some show with some of the guys from Myers United and Hammers Chat. I said to him, do you want my help in any way? He went, nah, you're all right.
Yeah, because that's because Sunshine. They go for number one first. Your second or your third choice.
I said to him, I can get you some graphics. I can control the graphics from behind the scenes. He went, nah, you're all right. Just retweet it. I went, all right.
I'll just retweet it. Whoever charity, I'd have to tell him where to go.
No, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. No, but you're right. Funny enough, before you logged on, Nick, we was talking about because Dan's got to do the My Hammers 11 yet. And we was talking about it, and I said I like Russ. I think he's really good, positive person. I think every show he does is good because it's different, and I like it. It's positive content, and that's what I like. I like positive content. What's up, Dan? What's all this Canning Town stuff?
Oh, you weren't there, was you? Yeah, it's been like, do you know what? People have I've been tweeting at me about it for ages about my rant on Canning Town.
What did you rant about Canning Town?
No, it was just I'm sick of hearing about Canning Town all the time.
Why?
Because, like I'm saying, no one from anywhere else in East London goes on about them being. You don't hear Plaster, you don't hear East End, Manor Park, Forest Gate.
You know why? Because they're all shitholes, and Canning Town is the bomb.
There's not much reason to be there. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're not from there, what's the Rathbone Market?
We've got Club at Fruit.
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Rathbone
Market
down the fucking biking road. What else do you want?
A couple of figs, did you say?
Club Afrique.
Oh, Club Afrique.
Listen, the Rathbone Market back in the days, mate, was the bollocks of a market. It's not like it is now.
And it's not anymore.
But
that's what I'm saying.
All areas change.
I just think as well, a lot of people claim, and that's what I said, a lot of people claim Canning Town that have no business claiming it. Just because you lived there when you were 6 months old and then you moved out to Canvey Island or something and grew up there, now you go,
hold on, mate.
He's having a piss out your mate.
It's Canning Town on Sea. Get it right.
No, Scott, get it right. That's Clacton.
Oh, jeez.
He's having a go at your shoes.
Yeah, your buckle shoes. Look, Gary Page just said George's Pie and Mash in Hermit Road. That is Canning Town right there. You used to have that in Hermit Road. You used to have the fruit and veg, the bakery, the pie and mash, AS Windows. What else did we have down there?
And when you spilt it all down your shirt, you can go in the laundrette and put your shirt in there.
The laundrette. What a place. Hermit Road was the place to be, mate. And then you go up to the top, then you'd have, I remember when McDonald's weren't even there, it was like a tobacco factory. You had Woolworths, Wimpy, Murkoff's, Rathbone Market. See, you don't need anything. It's just in that little square. Canning Town is the bollocks, Dan.
It's just, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but can it just be quietly bollocks? Can we just I just so many West Ham fans. Yeah,
there was even a little fucking London electricity board shop on a corner. So if you wanted to pay your bill really sharpish before you go to Cath, you can do that.
You got the world famous Peacock Gym.
Do you know what? There's someone on Twitter, right? I talk to him. Whenever he has a debate, he goes, "Oh, sorry, that's gone over my head with my Canning Town education." He has to keep throwing that in there.
Well, to be fair, you've only got Cumberland and fucking Eastleigh in Canning Town, so that you could probably say that because I went Eastleigh and Nicky went Cumberland.
It's shoehorning it in. Like, I didn't ask where you were educated. I didn't ask you had a Canning Town education. Shut the fuck up about it, for God's sake.
Where are you from, man?
From Manor Park.
Right, we're going to have a Manor Park hour next Tuesday. We're going to get 4 people from Manor Park.
Do you know what? I had about 20 people tweeting me going, I'm from Canning Town. And like one person saying, I'm from Manor Park. Like, and I was just like, But
I don't think many people can Manor Park.
Ryan, do you remember Murkoff ice cream? Nick?
Yeah, of course.
Murkoff with Dan. Murkoff.
Yeah, I need Graham back. He's not a Canning Town. I need him.
If you was going when you was growing up, when you was about 16, you started going out. You started getting down the pubs, doing little dances. You used to go to Granitors and get your shirt.
I was going out on Green Street. I was actually going out when I was 16, drinking on Green Street.
Or if you wanted your fake Ralph Lauren, you go to JJ's.
The only thing I went to Canning Town as a kid was Connections. That's all I went there for, Connections. And I had to go there. That's all that was there for me. Or a post office or something.
And Canning Town, we're only one stop from the O2 on the Jubilee line.
It's just, I just don't think it's that great. I don't think it's that great.
Yeah, but you're looking at Canning Town now. If you would have been in the Canning Town
Even when
growing
I
up
was
when I
a kid.
grew up, in the late 80s, in the 90s, even the early 2000s, it was a totally different place to where it is now. But I still love it. My mum-
I now lived in Custom House.
I used to love having a little stroll up the Abbey, get a fucking brand new fucking Nike tick put on me fucking Nokia 3210. Like, so the 1-to-1 weren't there anymore. And there was a Nike tick, and then you had a flip down fucking Mercedes
getting me football boots from Vin Sports. Do you remember Vin Sports?
Football boots, your tracksuits. Go across the road. There's fucking JJ's for your Ralph Lauren's and your fucking going out stuff and your shoes. Then you used to walk out, you go around the corner, there's a little Iceland's there. Go across the road, there's an Abbey pub. If you wanted a computer game, you go to Rogers.
Abbey Arms.
PlayStation 1 game for $5. That's what it's all about.
You're not having that.
Little haircut in Pete's.
This is the problem with you Canning Town people. You overstretch your bloody areas, right? Your divides. You try and claim Abbey Arms and the Icelands, and it's plaster. We're having it
because I've got my house.
I tell you what makes Manor Park better. Here's what makes Manor Park better than Canning Town, right? For me, I was in walking distance to Ilford or East Ham. I had me options.
So are we. It's just a bit further to walk.
Oh yeah, but sensible walking. I could go to the Exchange and walk there.
I've never heard someone say walking distance to Ilford as being a compliment or a good thing.
It was a shopping. They were shopping. East Ham and Ilford were shopping areas, so you could go to Game Station and look at some games. You go to CNA or whatever if you need to go to where your mum took you to CNA. Woolworths, mate. Woolworths.
We had Woolworths. We had a massive Woolworths in Canning Town.
East Ham. That's what all you needed to go was East Ham. That was it. You need to go venturing at Ilford.
No, but you get bored of East Ham sometimes. And guess what? They both had Robin's pie mash, the best pie mash ever. Robin's in the
George's pie mash would piss over that. You never had George's pie mash, man. Get off the subject. I'm getting angry.
Everyone in the chat, they've had Robin's.
For Ask Us Anything, boys, we're going to do half an hour Ask Us Anything in about 10 minutes time. We've got to talk about some other stuff quickly before we go on. We talked about Canning Town. We wasted 20 minutes talking about that.
Jay, not me. That was my mum or my nanny took me there. I didn't buy stuff from CNA. Someone said these was a lady, but I never had CNA. Just that.
What?
Stuart is coming back.
Pierce is coming.
Yeah, positive news, great news.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll be honest though, I was a bit surprised when the news come out because obviously he fell out with the owners, didn't he? That's why he weren't allowed back in the beginning. But no, it's great, and we've got a good backroom staff there, and there's some good fight in that backroom staff with Kevin Nolan. Who signed a new contract as well. I thought there was rumours that he was going to leave, but no, I'm glad that he stayed.
Yeah.
I think it's good for us having Psycho back. He's a proper. For me, he's like what he's an old-fashioned footballer. He's what we don't see in footballers anymore. And I don't think he's a great manager, but I think he's a really good coach.
Yeah, he's a very experienced coach as well.
And I think he brings something different to what Moyes and Nolan have. But
the thing is with Pierce, Scott, he'll tell it how it is. He'll tell the players,
Can you imagine something going wrong in a game, walking in that dressing room and knowing that you've got to walk into a room with Stuart Pearce and Kevin Nolan in it?
To be fair, Scott, he's the best left back we've got at the moment on our books.
I still love Moyes' first time around when the ball comes over and then he boot it, or when we was trying to hold on to the game or see the game out or something. It comes over.
All we need now is to get Marko Arnautovic back, and we get the band back together from a couple of years ago. And now I'm glad Stuart Pearce has joined the coaching staff, and I'm glad they've got him in early. Moyes has got his team now that he wants, and there's no excuses now for David Moyes. He's got a fresh start, fresh season. Hopefully, he can get a few new players in. He's got his backroom staff that he wanted, and let's hope that it's all positive. All positive.
I think they don't.
But this ain't true, is it? That's not gonna soften the blow if we lose right.
People are going to go, oh no, they've sold Rice, but we got Pierce back.
Imagine that Declan Rice went and then Pierce started in centre mid.
He ran a goal, he went up back.
He ran on, you know, like old Jimmy Grimble. He went, I'm back, boys.
X said the players weren't that keen on Pierce first time around. Yeah, because a few of them probably fucking used to fucking walking around doing fuck all. That's why.
Some players don't like being kicked up the arse, do they?
He ain't going to stand for that. And as much as football's changed and people you've got to massage certain players' egos, you need someone who's going to tell it how it is. And if you're shit, you need someone to tell you you're shit. And Saifo's going to be one of them that if you've played shit, he's going to make sure you know it.
Yeah, I see the picture that they put out today with Pierce, Moyes, Nolan, and all the other members of the backroom staff, and I thought it was a campaign for Brexit at first. Oh, bless you.
Nicky, you had a backup.
Nicky, what's happening now? The Undertaker's come in and done Nicky in. That's that.
I think Nicky, what are you doing, mate?
Is he all right? Is it Nicky? You all right?
Get any light on? He's can't even done what?
Has anyone got 50p to put in the meter quick?
It's all right. Yeah, man.
He's not even saying anything. He's not even telling us what's going on. He's just going to.
Nick Tucker at Crosstown, he knows the score. Look, 50p. Get the 50p out. There you go.
Hey.
Oh, now he's froze. Get a pound out.
Do you remember that? Do any of you actually remember going somewhere where you had to put 50p in a meter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Graham's
Yes.
Never had it in my house. I remember
My had a 50p meter.
I remember going to a Pontins and you had to put 50p's in the meter.
I could just imagine Nicky coming back on holding
Am I
a
on?
candle.
Yeah, you're on, mate. You're on.
Fucking Charles Dickens has just turned up.
My granddad used to, do this thing where you'd file down something. Oh, he's gone.
Fucking hell. I hate when that happens because our heads get massive because they go zooms right in.
Yeah.
There he is.
There he is. He's back. You right there, Nick?
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
We was just saying, Nick, and when we all meet up, you're buying the first few rounds. Cheers for that, mate.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Right, mate. I got a story.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
I got a
It's
story.
a bit
today.
early in the evening, but go on, Nick.
I got some. I done the work for Amazon. Well, I never got paid for it, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, I've been left for fucking about a month now, or something like that. No, yeah, about a month. I've got. Anyway, they said to me like they're going to hold back my invoice for 4 weeks or whatever, right? So I said, oh, all right. Anyway, the money that they owed me weren't much because they didn't give me many shifts, and they sort of like tried to pay me today, and they paid me like. Bear in mind, I've stuck 80 quid diesel in the van, right? They paid me 180 quid, right? And I worked for a fucking month. So I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on here? So I've clicking on the invoice, and trust me, it weren't much because I didn't get much shifts, and I left the week before, and I owed them money and all of that sort of stuff, right? So anyway, clicked through the thingies, right? I had a van for 1 day. Do you remember I told you a story about the van broke down, and this is one of the reasons I left because the van broke down and they took the wages off of me, like when I picked up the new van, right? And this is the same week I left. So I had this van for 1 day, right? And I've done one shift in this van, yeah. So it gets the van. They're like, "Yeah, you owe 900 quid in repairs." I was like, this is the email, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck did I do with the van? Yeah. And he's like, yeah, we've had a look through the pictures, we've sent them all to you. You owe 900 quid or 800 quid or whatever it is in repairs. So we've paid you 180 quid for your month. Thanks for everything, right? So I was like, no, I'm not having this, right? So I phoned up the van hire company, and I said to them, like, have you had any repairs? Because this is what they're meant to base their estimates off, right? Have you had any repairs for this van? And they're like, look, we can't discuss that. it's not our business to discuss that with you because it's a customer's account, blah, blah, blah. You have to ask them, right? So anyway, I phones up this fella. So I says to him, like, I got to say, I've got all the photos from when I got the van to when I left the van. There ain't no damage on that van. I said, if there's a scratch on it, a bit of teacup will get it out, right? How the fuck do you think I've done 800 quid's worth of damage on this van in a day, right? Unless I'm driving it like I'm driving a fucking General Lee. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, well, our estimators had a look at it, and there's stuff that you haven't flagged up on the check sheet. Then, and you know, when we've had a look at it, it's estimated at 800 quid. I went, who the fuck's estimating it? He went, we are.
Oh, of course.
They're a vehicle repair company, are they?
Right. So I went, so you're estimating it? He goes, yeah, we estimate it, and then what happens is that Northgate will send us a proper bill, and then we'll pay them out the money that we've estimated. So I said, so how does this? So you're telling me that Northgate ain't looked at the van? You've looked at the van, estimated that I've had to pay 800 quid for this fucking van repair. You've sent it back to Northgate. Now you're waiting for Northgate to come back and tell you what the actual repair is. He's like, yeah. I said, so why have you taken 800 quid? And I was like, because you already, you know, you didn't pay me for a month. Then you've waited it for another month and all that. I said, like, I've been waiting a long time for way. I've got fucking bills to pay and that. Like, and he's like, yeah. And I was like, I'll tell you what, like, I'm going to pursue with a solicitor. I'm going to let the solicitor look at my documents and that, because you know, you can't do this. You know, it's got to be an independent estimate. You can't just fucking turn around and go, oh, that scratch on there, what's that? 800 quid? Yeah, take it out of his wages. I said, you've got to have someone looking at it from an independent point of view. And then all of a sudden, right, so I swear my life, out of the blue, he went, hold on. This is how moody this week. I've just got an email from Northgate. No, he don't know anything. So, what?
Well,
no,
trying
honestly,
it.
just as I was talking to you on the phone, an email come from him. He says, you don't know nothing. We're going to send you your money on Tuesday. I went, oh, that's convenient, because I mentioned the fucking solicitor. All of a sudden, they're fucking emailed out of the blue. No, you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing.
Yeah.
At least you make money, mate. Right. Dan.
What? Yeah.
Matt Powell said, would you rather live in Canning Town for 1 week or do the Baby Shark right now?
I'd have to say Canning Town. I got to do that Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Dan,
yeah,
did you get your DVD?
I got it, mate. I tweeted out saying thanks and everything and tagged you in it, but you must not.
Where's the flag? Ryan looking sharp. Thank you, Nick.
But thanks, but
Nicky,
yeah,
fight the fight, brother.
Nick, the flag will be back next week, mate. The last two shows I've been on, I've literally rushed.
You won't. You're not here next week. You can't. You told us all before you could come on. Yeah.
The flag will be back the week after. I think I need ironing again as well.
Nick, he ain't got the flag, mate. He lost it. Tell him the truth, Scott.
No, it's under the stairs, mate. It's under the stairs. I ain't losing that flag, trust me. But yeah, no, it'll be back, mate. Don't worry.
Northgate is owned by GSB.
Yeah, sounds like a very GSB thing to do. Yeah, 800 quid. That does sound like how they do their budgets.
Maybe Ryan could be a transfer there. You won't want me, mate. Trust me. Fuck
you know what? Here's another thing, actually, a little story that I was baffled about. This story about what's his name? Shane Duffy, is it? Talking to Karen Brady about joining. I'm thinking
from Westlife.
Is it Shane Duffy? It's Shane Duffy, isn't it? No,
yeah, from Brighton.
Yeah, apparently Karen Brady's been holding talks with him about joining the club. I mean, what the fuck is Karen Brady doing?
I'll bet she fucking has.
Yeah, I bet she has. Oh, come around here, Shane. I just want to show you something. And pulls her, slips her little knickers down. He probably thought, yeah, but when he see that, he signed a new 5-year deal with Brighton.
Yeah, he went to Newcastle, furthest club away.
He's it's probably not being funny. It's probably to do down with something along the lines of lockdown and things like that. With not lockdown, sorry, the fact that the coronavirus and that the other two are rather elderly and ill, aren't they?
Yeah, but we need to have proper people doing these negotiations and these things.
Do
Like,
your David Sullivan voice, Dan.
I can't remember.
No, I get it. It's a bit weird. It's a bit strange, but you know,
she's a brand person.
Are you surprised?
I tried to do a fucking impression the other day, and I sounded like Alan Carr.
Whose was your impression of?
Fuck, I can't even remember now, but I sounded like Alan Carr. So I went, "That's a good Alan Carr impression." I was like, I wasn't even meant to be doing fucking Alan Carr.
But when you try and do Alan Carr, you can't do him. I bet, innit? You got to do. That's
I wouldn't even try to do Alan Carr. Hello and welcome to Chatty Man.
You need the glasses.
Yeah, I need some bins.
It is very. Imagine if they announced like, "Welcome our new director of football, Karen Brady." Could you imagine?
Imagine that.
I would love just to see the meltdown. I would love.
Or imagine if the new first team manager, Karen Brady.
Okay.
Or
Do you
a
know what?
£45 million signing, Karen Brady.
45. I just think her up.
What about Dimitri Payet? Eh? Got Corona, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, fucking bless him. I know, like, people hate him, but yeah, you don't wish that on anyone. Fucking,
exactly.
yeah, fucking shame, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame. It's at least it's something. At least it's. I was going to say. I was about to say something positive from it, but it's not a positive, is it? Because it's got coronavirus.
Yeah.
The thing is, going back to Duffy, I can't see us signing him. Apparently,
Especially Brady's not doing the deal.
Claret Blue Blood says, I'd definitely give Karen Brady one. The problem with Karen Brady is, mate, is she wants two.
Yeah. Or three.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get old Johnny Free Dicks to go in there.
Yeah. Poor Karen, man. Poor Karen.
Poor Karen. Someone's daughter. Leave her alone.
Yeah, it is.
It's daughter, Scott. You like Karen Brady's daughter, didn't you?
Yeah, Scott loves her.
Hold on. Someone put it in the comments. Let me find it. Someone did ask. Yeah, there we go. Have you seen Brady's daughter? Definitely.
Scott Cena. He stalks her.
She's got an OnlyFans or something, isn't she?
No, she did have.
She only needs one fan, and that's Scott. He'd pay up her mortgage.
She had that, and then her old man found out about it, and all of a sudden it disappeared.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because someone, I see that.
Matt Powell says, hey, Nicky, did you stop at the Grand Bahia Principe a Camal when you was went to Mexico last year? If you did, it was lovely. Yeah, I did. That's where I stayed. That's why I'm getting married next year.
Oh, so that's where we stayed.
Small worlds.
Yeah. It's brilliant.
I'll be honest. Sam books where I go, and then I'll just turn up and go.
Scott just wakes up and gets on the plane. He don't even know what's going on.
He gives his wallet over, gets on a plane. That's what he does.
Literally, I give my card over. She books it, and then I get on a plane and go somewhere and go. This is all right, isn't it?
What happens if it's not all right?
Yeah, what happens if
It's your fault, isn't it?
But this is the thing. This is where it works well, because then I can blame her for a crap holiday. So it works in my favour.
Yeah.
It's. I don't know what it is about Mexico. It don't appeal to me. I haven't seen anything that looks good about it.
My old man said this to me, right? I've been places my old man ain't been. My old man's been places I ain't been, and he says, "Oh yeah, this never appealed to me." But you need to go there to try it. You know, Mexico's a lovely
way to go to try it out, isn't it? Like, just
Waxy says, Nicky, make sure you go Coco Bongo. We've had some great nights in Coco Bongo.
Fucking Bongo, son.
Mate, we ruled Coco Bongos for the time we was out there.
Is it?
And Chili Willies.
Don't you worry about Coco Bongo. We've got Coco
Bongo. He's trying to sell me on Mexico, guys. He's trying to sell me on Mexico.
What about the other one, Nick? What Chili Willies? Google that. Google Chili Willies Mexico.
I'd rather not.
Chili Willies. I was skinned. Nicky went in there and he went, listen, lads, look, we've got to get cab home. Don't waste all your money. After about 20 minutes, me and Jamie Webber was skinned. It was a good dance.
Someone asked, did you go see the Lucha Libre wrestling?
No.
Yeah, how can you go to Mexico and not even take in the culture? You just go and get pissed up. I
took in all the culture.
We took in all the culture. We took in Senior Frogs, Coco Bongo.
I ate nachos.
Diablo.
Burrito.
Bloody hell. That's
I wore one of them hats and pointy hats.
I did buy a wrestling mask.
You got to go and try and do the local stuff. You got to try and get in there with the locals and do the local stuff.
Yeah, we did. I was dancing with them. In the clubs.
It's true.
Typical Brits abroad. Go away, just get pissed
and who
up.
was my mate Scott? Who was my mate Scott that took a little fancy to me? What was his name? Ringo Bob.
Ringo Bob.
He tried to kiss me.
I wore poncho. Yeah, I wore poncho. I had a fight with a cowboy.
What?
Yeah, that's what they used to do in the olden days.
Yeah.
I can imagine you fighting a cowboy as well.
Dan, we soaked up some of the culture while we were there, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah,
don't worry about that.
Oh, Dan, listen to this story, Dan, right? We was in a club one night and we was doing they had this thing where everyone had to go around in a conga and the rep had a water gun full up of tequila. So as you go past, they spray it in your mouth. Well, me, silly bollocks, stood there. I like Gaza. She was spraying it in my mouth, all dripping down me. We went up to the terrace upstairs and we was drinking these big yard cocktails. And I thought, oh no, I felt a bit iffy. So I had an empty glass, and you know when you feel like you're going to be sick. So I've sort of leant over and I've been sick in this glass. It's just come out pure drink, right? So I thought, you know, when you're sick, you feel a bit better, didn't you? So I put the glass on the side, and I'm standing there, and we're talking to Nicky and the boys and that. And I turned around, and this local Mexican who picked up the drink and started drinking it.
Oh, that's filth. That is pure filth.
Oh, mate, I'll never do that again. Dirty bastard.
Oh, no, bloody hell, man. That's make me feel a bit iffy now. Bloody hell. But yeah,
I fancy that drink now.
It's a sicky drink. But no, tequila's pure filth, mate. It's pure filth.
Because in Mexico,
I like it, man.
Yeah, in Mexico, it's like you get all the most of the locals go out and they don't like where some Mexican people are quite poor, so they just go to the clubs and they pick up like the drinks that ain't finished and that. Fucking, I bet he wished he didn't pick that. Well, he probably didn't know. He probably loved it. He had the time of his life drinking my fucking sick.
Oh, mate. Jesus Christ. Listen, Mark Main, don't start them off on Vegas. Don't start. Anyone been Vegas? Don't start them on Vegas.
Why? What's the matter with Vegas?
It's gonna be about Vegas. That's another one that's definitely not on my list of things.
Yeah, but you know what, Dan? I was exactly the same. Vegas didn't interest me. I went there.
There's just homeless people everywhere, and it's really dirty. So it's really dirty and loads of homeless. Yeah, it's
one of the cleanest places you can go.
Really?
Yeah, there's not one bit of litter or anything. If you go off the strip and into where the town where the house is and that, yeah, it's going to be a bit dirty. But that strip is one of the cleanest places in the world.
A lot of people on the strip there.
Yeah, but they're there for a good time. There's all homeless people in London. There's homeless people in New York.
Wherever you go where there's money and there's a city centre where people have got money, you're going to find people who are claiming that they're homeless. A lot of these people who are homeless ain't homeless, mate. Trust me on that one.
Mate, they have the time of their life. They don't even ask for money out there. They just say, like, yeah, get us a drink. They're sitting in the sun all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the Ruddy Game said, what's your ideal place then, Dan? Tokyo. Yeah, I've been Tokyo and that was the best place ever, honestly.
Dan's ideal holidays, 2 weeks in Canning Town.
To be fair, Dan, you're quite a techie guy. So Tokyo.
No, but you know, it's not just techie. What I like about it is it has everything. It has technology, it has nightlife, it has culture, history. I like the mixture. I want to do a bit of everything.
But a lot of countries, Mexico, you know, if you want to go there for the culture, you go there. You can go there. You can find everything you want. If you want to go and sit on a beach and not do nothing for 2 weeks, Mexico's got it. You want to go traveling, touring around, Mexico's got it. Mexico's a lovely place, mate.
I like to see like the Aztec stuff. The Aztec stuff would be quite.
I've seen a lot of that. It's really interesting. If you're into that, if you're into your history and things like that, I've done all that sort of stuff.
If you're into your history, Dan, go to Hastings.
Got to have a bit of history. Look at that.
I'm not.
West Ham was invented.
I actually like Hastings. I think it's beautiful. Battle of Hastings and all that. Come on, you Hastings.
I hate Hastings. I can't stand it.
Yeah, because you've got to get up and walk.
Yeah, that's it.
You ain't got your mobility scooter driving up.
I do want to. Roddy Gay says you should go Pontins. That's what Scott loves. He loves us Buntins or a Pontins, doesn't it, Scott?
I stayed in Pontins one year at Canberra Sands, and I pulled into the gates.
I've been there.
Where was that? That was outside Coco Bongos, wasn't it?
Coco Bongos.
Yeah, it's Coco Bongos.
Oh, mate, what memories that is.
See that? Let me put that up again.
Look at that. What a picture that is, eh?
And then see that where that Hard Rock Cafe is? Yeah. Everyone was in the club in there, and me and him snuck off up there into a little escalator up there where they had Chinese and come back down. Yeah. And then starving later.
Yeah, we had a fucking nice little Chinese while everyone was dancing, and we come back for second wind and we took that dance floor over, mate. All I could smell was fucking pork balls and shit like that.
Bloody, but yeah, well, I won't be going anywhere this year. Probably. Well, actually, my dad's just got gone to Cyprus. Tomorrow is his opening in Cyprus of his new restaurant diner thing, so I might go Cyprus this year to go and check it out.
A lot of people go to Cyprus. You don't have to quarantine, do you, if you go Cyprus?
No, you don't have to quarantine. So yeah, and he's got a big villa there to stay in. Like, so I might go there.
Someone said, is Ryan wearing shorts or trousers? We're both wearing 3/4 lengths.
Yeah, mate. They were the days when 3/4 lengths.
It was the era of the 3/4 lengths.
Bloody hell.
They were Jimmy Grimble shorts.
My mate Damo, right, came in with I don't know what you call it, but it's like more than 3/4 length. It's basically, they look like jack-ups. They come just above the boot line. And it's like, he said he wears them to hide his tattoo and that at work. But I've never seen anything like it, like longer than 3/4 lengths that come like right down your leg. But
they're the rage now. People wear their trousers like that now.
Yeah, that's it, all the fashion.
Man. I don't even wear trousers.
Right, we've got 10 more minutes. If anyone's got any questions, answer, chuck them in, whatever you want to know.
Any more photos? No.
Any what?
That's it.
Don't show that photo when me and you was with a midget.
I'll have to dig them out. I've got loads of photos when we was in Mexico.
Yeah, you keep them away, Scott. I'm a married man now.
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse. Who do you trust? Nicky, Baz, Gio, or X?
Don't trust me. If they lock me in a room, I'll eat all your food, and I'm not happy.
I wouldn't trust Nicky because he'd fucking be late, and we get fucking.
Well, Gio's probably the most physically fit. I'm not saying he's like an athlete, but out of those 4 people, that he's probably the most physically fit. So he can run, he can move about. Like, so I'll
probably take X because when the zombies are coming towards us, he can give them all the transfer news and things like that.
Imagine that.
Yeah, he knows where they're going.
Whoa, don't attack us yet. We've got a transfer coming in.
Yeah, there's a whole.
No, do you know what? Though? I can see Gio going all Mel Gibson like Braveheart and just going in and just killing everyone.
That's probably the worst thing you could even say to is Mel Gibson Braveheart. I bet they hate that, Scottish people, didn't they? They probably hate that.
They love Mel Gibson up there. They've got a statue of him.
Yeah, that's it. It's the Mel Gibson version of William Wallace. But
they took down the real William Wallace for that.
Well, are we having a Betway Cup this year?
Yeah, we're playing Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth at home. If we don't win it against Bournemouth at home, then next year we'll be playing Aveley or someone like that.
Yeah, we need to win. We need to get some silverware in the trophy cabinet this season, don't we? I'd love it if they put it like, you know, where it's got like European Cup winners, FA Cup winner, 95 saying they'd have like 2020 Betway Cup.
We've gone so long without having silverware in our trophy cabinet. They're going to start putting the cutlery in there soon just to make it up. Jesus.
Oh,
yeah, the Betway Cup winners 2020. They'll have all patches on their shirt and everything.
Yeah, that's it. We should get a little star or something under the badge for the Betway.
They should have a star for every time we win the Betway Cup.
Wasn't Betway supposed to be going bust?
We should have a star for the Intertoto Cup in '99.
We should at least half a star or something.
I was looking at some old photos, man. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, just be careful what you put up, Nicky Hawkins, Nicky James.
Don't worry, I got nothing like that.
7 Aldens Road.
Wait, did you see, Leeds sponsor? They've got this new sponsor called Spo Top, right? And it looks like so similar font to Spobet. And I'm wondering if it's the same, anything to do with Spo, because I thought Spobet went bust.
I'll tell you what, though, that's actually a nice shirt, isn't it? That Leeds shirt. Apart from the sponsor, it actually looks nice. I like Adidas kits.
Yeah, they are nice.
I didn't like our Adidas kits except the last one they did. That one, Big Sam's last season with the claret with the strips. I didn't really like the other one because they've always got to put their stupid Adidas stripes on the shoulders, and I always think it looks tacky.
Adidas.
But at least they're giving people, they're doing some bespoke kits for people and stuff like that, and they're not. So they put some effort in it.
Question ready?
Go on, mate.
Oh.
Any Miles, if you could sign one player from each team that went down, who would you buy?
Who went down? Watford,
Norwich,
Bournemouth.
and Bournemouth.
Or from Watford, I'll probably take either Sarr or Delafeu. Bournemouth, I was going to say Aki, but he's gone. Don't know. Probably their goalkeeper, he's gone.
Bournemouth would be Callum Wilson.
Yeah, Callum Wilson, and then who was the other team?
Norwich.
Probably Pukki.
I like the midfielder. No, I like the right back as well. I like him.
Yeah, the right back or the young midfielder they've got. I can't think of his name now.
I'll take
Cantwell.
Cantwell from Norwich. Wilson from Bournemouth. Watford.
Wilson's a bit injury prone, though, isn't he?
He's fitting quite well. To be fair,
from
do you know what? Right? If
That's fucking iron happen, that one.
Your eyebrows over the years, like how comes your eyebrows are different now than they were? Because when I see old pictures of your eyebrows look so different than they used to look.
Eyebrows.
My eyebrows.
They looked a lot thicker when he was younger than they do now. They're very when I see younger pictures, I just notice the eyebrows.
Yeah, because I probably groom myself now. Back in them days, you didn't used to really give a shit. Now you sort of groom and look after yourself a bit more.
He looked like I think looking at them old pictures, Graham would be impressed with those eyebrows. He'd be like kindred spirits, bro.
You saucy cunt. Jesus, look at Craig in the background.
Oh, you've done him wrong there. That's not
Someone put a question out. Oh, here it is. Would any of you like to see a modern take on the cream Dagna motor shirt? I definitely would. I actually like that kit.
That was quite nice, actually, that one. It weren't too bad.
I actually thought it was a smart kit. A lot of people slagged it off, but I think it was a really nice, smart kit. I didn't like the badge because it looked like two forks holding sausages, didn't it? But if it had had the proper badge on it, then yeah, nah.
Cream, yeah, I weren't a fan of it. I'd be interested to see what they could do with a modern take as a third kit or something. But I weren't cream is a weird colour, like for a kit. It's not even unveiled the third kit, have they? That we have got.
Someone said the 28.
They can't.
Yeah, it's going to be done.
They can't sell the first two. They ain't going to unveil the third one.
You watch. There's going to be a new signing in that new kit. You watch. New launch.
Someone said in the comments earlier on, that you've got this discount on the new kits, and he's just paid full price for both of them.
Everyone's waiting for the black shirt. That's why.
People have been getting moody ones off eBay and that, just they look proper like the proper kit, but they've been paying like 20 quid for it.
A lot of my mate runs a website that sells fake kits, and honestly, mate, they're spot on. They're actually spot on. That you wouldn't tell the difference. There's obviously little differences you can tell, but if you had one eye and squinted in it, you'd see it was a nice kit.
Yeah. I'd rather do that. I'd rather get them dodgy kits than pay 50 odd quid for or whatever for these bloody.
I'll tell you, right. This is one of the funniest pictures I've ever seen. This this sums up my youth.
Oh god!
Go on, carry on talking because I've got.
I thought it was coming up. We was anticipating it.
Sorry.
Someone said there was a good question going. Who was I can't put it up because I'm not logged in. But who was our worst sponsor on a kit?
Probably. I didn't like.
I didn't like it when they put the numbers on them.
Yeah, I didn't like Alpha Job Serve. I didn't like.
Jobs. That was the one I hated the most. Job Serve. Spobet. I didn't mind XL. Do you know what it was?
XL was bad because it was so big.
You know what it was? XL I didn't mind until we got that stupid blue patch. Remember when we had that big blue patch?
Yeah.
When Sobet took over.
Matt Powell, Cadbury or Galaxy?
Well, Galaxy, obviously.
Galaxy is such a smooth.
I'm a bit in the middle. I like it. I don't mind a bit of Cadbury, you know, but I like Galaxy as well. So I just
I love Cadbury for me all day long.
Yeah, Cadbury's actually a nice chocolate.
See, Cadbury do the. Oh my word! I remember that photo.
Right. He looks so sad.
Do you know what?
No, I'm drunk. I'm fell over.
No, you know, he's not sad, Dan. We've just told him it's his turn to go out the bar.
Actually, no, your eyebrows were like. I suppose it's an age thing, isn't it? As you get older, your eyebrows get like thinner, isn't it?
Yeah, thin out. They bleach in there, didn't they?
I don't bleach my fucking eyebrows. I think
That's
just
no, I don't mean you bleach them, but the sun sort of washes them out.
I think they're growing. I think they're going grey. That's the problem.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, probably. I've got grey in my beard now.
Would you rather West Ham win the Carabao Cup or England win the World Cup?
England win the World Cup. I'd rather England win the World Cup than West. I'd rather hold out for the FA Cup.
I'd like to see us win the League Cup. Don't get me wrong, but
no, I'd love to see us win it. But England win it. You see remember when we went to watch the World Cup? You know what it was like.
Nick, what would you say? What would you rather? You're looking at bloody pictures still.
Cup.
You'd rather win. I'd say West Ham win the Carabao.
Be careful what you flick up, Nick.
Even if it's Carabao Cup, like imagine, forget coronavirus, but if we can be there at Wembley, see us lift the trophy up. Like,
you don't want to flick up that picture of you in that dress and wig.
Club over country.
I'm going to in a minute.
Nick Tucker says League Cup all day.
Do you know what? Thinking about it, I would say West Ham win a cup because we could celebrate and the rest have to sit there and watch us.
Imagine seeing Nobes like lift, a trophy at West Ham, like an official trophy.
No, you know what? That's something I'd love to see this year. You know, Noble's going to go down as a club legend. It'd just be nice to see him go down as a club legend that wins a trophy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he deserves it.
That's the thing. It's that you've got so many club legends, and the real legends are the ones that lift the trophies.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it'd be nice I know I've been saying it for a long time. I mean, some fans have been saying it for 40 years, but it'd be nice just to see us win something in the next few years because it'll mean a lot more to us than, say, these clubs that win it year in, year out. I mean, Man City have won the League Cup for the last 15 years, or something like that.
It seems like it. It does seem like it.
They've had a fucking grip of that cup, haven't they? That's their fucking.
Yeah, but the thing is, they've won it the last 3 years in a row, haven't they?
And Arsenal won the FA Cup ever since it's been sponsored by Emirates, practically.
Yeah.
Convenient, isn't it? We've got the Betway Cup that we win, and no, we don't even win that.
We don't win that. No.
This is one that always splits opinions, isn't it? Never going to happen. But would you rather Messi or Ronaldo at West Ham?
Ronaldo.
He's younger.
No, Ronaldo.
Only a year though. He's only a year younger.
No, he's much younger than that, isn't he? Ronaldo's like 37, isn't he?
All right, let's just say in their prime then, both in their prime.
Ronaldo, without foul. Ronaldo's a better player, all-round player. Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, I'll put me personally. I'll go for Messi, but I can't see Messi getting in front of Noble, so there's no point.
They reckon he might go to somewhere else. He won't leave. He won't leave Barcelona. He does this every couple of years. Then he throws his toys out the pram. Old Messi when it ain't going right. I think it's just to something.
He said either he leaves or the board leaves. I think he was his ultimatum.
Yeah, but did you see the other day? Because Koeman's gone there as their manager, isn't he, on a 2-year deal? But their president that's getting elected has already told him that he's getting sacked next summer because the person that's taking over wants Xavi to take over. So he said, even if we win the treble, Koeman's going. So basically, he's going there for a year. He'll get a nice payoff, and then he'll go back to Holland. So it's not a bad deal for Koeman, is it?
Yeah, but he's either going to feel really motivated to go and like win the treble, you know. It's
Yeah,
like
it's on his CV, isn't it? Barcelona manager. He's a legend now. He scored the winner in their first ever Champions League final win. You know, so he's a legend at the club.
Yeah, it's a weird choice in terms of like obviously when you look at quality of managers and
Look, Richard said Messi has never won the Betway Cup. That's what defines legends when you lift the Betway Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Betway Cup. People underrate the Betway Cup. It's a massive tournament in the East London area.
Speaking of the Audi Cup.
Oh my God.
I don't even want to explain what's going on there. Scott, I'm trying to find some photos of you, but I can't.
You just like for the record, you was dry like because people are going to say that you was on E, like looking at that. So just yeah,
picture.
You're on something.
No, he weren't. He had. Well, I'm not going to say what he had up his.
I got titty sunburn. What do you think now? I'm laying on a towel.
What you can't see behind there, Dad, is me and Pablo going at him like a fucking.
It threw me like a dose.
I walked in on Nicky. I was like, "Oh, sorry."
Oh, bloody hell!
Good memories. Good memories. Good holidays.
Yeah. Enjoy. We've got to go. I think.
One more question.
Go on then. Last question.
Leeds at home on my wedding.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one.
I'm going to say...
Either way, there's going to be dirty Northern bastards at both. I'm only joking.
I'm going to say your wedding, but only because I booked the hotel and it's non-refundable.
Well, Leeds would be on telly anyway, wouldn't it? It's just on telly now.
Nick, just remember, mate, when I got married, we was meant to be playing Arsenal at home, and because I had a word with the board, they moved it to the Monday night. So I'll sort you out, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, bloody!
I can't believe people actually believe that. People actually believe that when I said that.
What you had a word in their shell?
I made a joke last year saying, "Oh, we got Arsenal at home on my wedding day. I'm going to get it moved." And it got moved, and people were actually tweeting me thinking that I actually got the game moved. Like I've got that power.
Bloody hell.
I did, but
mate, don't worry.
One last thing before we go, I wanted to actually quickly mention is you notice like they've released like what games Sky have got, what's going to be on Sky and what's going to be in this and that. They've like basically like reduced the amount of games that are on telly like from last season. So they've added fixtures to what would if it was a normal season. They've added some, but it's not like last season where it was like every game you can watch on telly, which is ridiculous.
I think someone would take advantage of that, like BT or maybe Amazon or someone.
Well, no, Amazon's only got like a couple of weekends because all of the teams have come out. The BT ones have come out, the Amazon ones have come out, and the
this is the thing. If the games, even if it's going to be limited supporters, the games need to be shown on telly. Every game should be on Sky or BT or terrestrial telly, whatever it is. You know, it's ridiculous. And funny enough, let's bang on. You know, you're paying for a season ticket. If you can't go to the game, you should at least have a code to watch it on the telly.
The club should send a link to you to watch the game because they can stream it live. Like, I agree with that.
Yeah, the NFL do it. I believe in America they have you get a season pass and you can watch the game. You can watch the game on telly because obviously a lot of fans of the NFL don't necessarily get to go to the games, things like that. They should come up with something like that, you know. And this was my thing. You know, that's a shout to give the clubs a bit more money. Is that you can buy a season ticket at a discounted rate, obviously, and have the games on telly. So that if you can't attend or you don't feel comfortable attending because of the situation that we're in at the moment, you can watch the game at home. And this is the thing that they've all got to do.
Gee, right. Fucking hell, Scott.
10 years
What
ago.
happened, Scott? You look like you ate yourself.
That's what 10 years does with you.
But yeah, no,
I definitely think that we've aged better than what we looked like 15 years ago.
It's doing
I
this
don't know.
channel.
Some of
I
these
forgot
photos.
this channel. You
Hey?
go back to our first PMP. I weren't this fat.
Yeah, but you've had a good lockdown, Scott. You've took advantage of the government's free fucking £10 off.
we've just started our weight loss challenge up again. Me, Jason, Damo, on our other channel because they need to shift this weight down.
Yeah,
lockdown.
I've been the last couple of weeks. I've been going before I go to work. I'm in the gym 5 o'clock, 5 mornings a week. Loving it. There tomorrow, there Sunday. Nice. I'm enjoying it.
Someone said in the comments on me and Jace, they was like, these two look like they've just been walking past the gyms. And I said, so they've been closed for 6 months, you cheeky bastard.
The only thing I'm missing in my gym is the steam room. And you can't have a shower there as well. I don't like that. I like to have a nice workout and have a nice shower. But you can't do that. You just got to go straight home. But I only live 5 minutes around the corner anyway, so.
Yeah, well, that's too posh for my gym. Oh, the steamer and
shower.
No, steamer.
No, it's not a steam room. It's not a steam room. It's a sauna. I wish it was a steam room.
My gym is in Dagenham, so maybe showers might even be a luxury at that gym. But I only live across the road from it anyway, so I have got them to shower.
Where did you go to? That leisure centre?
It's in the park. It's the one in the park. It's called Better Gym in Maidstone Park.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's where the Olympics, where the Olympians, where they trained.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I used to take my daughter to that trampolining place in that leisure centre.
That's it, the trampoline one.
And I remember once, right? She went up on. Have you ever been in there?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You know, you got the diving board where you jump into the foam things. Well, she went up there and she was petrified. So she started coming back down. I had to go out there and get her. I thought, oh, fucking hell. I thought, what? So I went up there. I thought, look, watch Daddy do it. I got up there. Dan, I shit myself. I climbed back down myself. I had to literally climb down the ladder as 5-year-olds were trying to get round me. I was shitting myself. Fuck that.
Do you know what it was with me when I went up there? Yeah, these kids were diving off. And I'm standing and I'm looking down and I'm shitting myself. And it was when this little kid goes, it's all right. You'll be okay. You'll get down. And I just
do you know what though? Right? I remember because when we went there after, my missus, she jumped off, and I thought, do you know what? I don't care if I break both my arms and legs. I'm not letting her have one over me. And I jumped, and it was like that scene from Lethal Weapon. You know when Mel Gibson jumps off the edge of the building, and I landed. But fuck me, it takes an hour to get out of them foam pits. Yeah. All my socks were coming off. All the kids were trying to get around me. I was like, gee, what have I done here?
Getting out of it is the bloody hard part. Yeah,
especially that's why when I jumped off the next time, I jumped near the edge, so I only had to quickly get off. I jumped right in the middle. It took me about an hour.
You know, when everything's back to normal, right? We should all go there and we'll maybe take a little GoPro and film ourselves and upload it. Like we'll go down.
That would be a laugh.
To do what? To go to one of them phone places?
Trampoline park.
I'd never get out.
Yeah, that's the you always get one flash bastard who starts doing somersaults and like he's some gymnast. Man, like, mate, I'm just here to have I'm here like waiting to give like my missus an RKO into the foam pit. Like,
oh man,
right. I've got one more photo before we go.
All right,
Ryan, I like this one. Ryan's gonna like this one.
Can I log off quickly?
What's underneath that bloody sombrero?
That's the midget. We hired a midget and we took advantage of him. Viva Mexico. I think I've still got that hat somewhere in my mum and dad's loft. Fucking hell. Can we just delete this stream after?
Can we just leave the stream going? We'll all leave and we'll just leave that picture up so everyone could just watch it all night.
Forever.
That was that was a good night. 2009 Mexico.
Good stuff.
We've had some good nights out. We
We
have.
done? Any more questions quickly?
2 all now.
Yeah.
Quick round up. What if I missed 25 million?
Bloody hell. So,
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
no. Weight on. Yeah, we're bigger. We're reverse. He used to be bigger, and I used to be smaller.
I was fucking actually smaller then than what I am now. I think it's just the clothes I was wearing.
Yeah, we used to wear baggy clothes.
That was wear like baggy shirts and shit like that.
do you know what the weirdest thing is, right? When you're slimmer, baggy clothes make you look fatter, but when you're fatter, baggy clothes make you look slimmer.
I'll
It's a
tell you
weird-
what. I'd like to have a go at getting in that t-shirt now, the one I was in now.
My boy now, right? He comes up to me, whacks me belly, goes fat belly, and I'm like, I took him up London yesterday, right? He's walking in front of me, whacking me belly, going fat belly. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is even my own son's insulting me
I
now.
bet you was thinking he waits till you fucking get home. All smiling. Oh, yeah, it's fun, isn't it? He fucking gets up in his stairs.
Oh, don't mate. He's got one of these like little toy cameras, right? And we went down the South Bank. He wanted to
How can you have a toy camera? It's either a camera or it's not.
Right, it's a camera.
Where did you go? South Bank yesterday.
Yeah, it's a kid's camera, right?
Did they, Scott, on the South Bank? Did they have the tent thing open with the beer thing in there?
Didn't see that open, mate.
Oh, that's why I love going down to South Bank in the summer.
Everything, all the other stuff's open down there. But when I went to take a picture of the boats, right? So he took this picture of the boats and said, right, be careful, don't drop your camera. What's the first thing he does? Drop the camera over the side into the River Thames. Lucky enough, the tide was out. And there was a mud man down there with his old metal tattoo.
Robson Summers.
What?
He said, say my name if he's still alive. So I said it. Robson Summers.
I mean, it doesn't it say like if it's live or not?
It's like Goldberg.
It's got Goldberg. You know.
Ryan, in that looked like the dwarf giving you a happy ending. He got a fucking great ending. Don't worry about that.
Oh,
Little Nanny. What was his name? Nick Nanny Nacho.
No, Applefoot.
Applefoot. That was it. Oh, Nanny Nacho was the other one that got away.
Right. Let's go now. Nanny Nacho was the other one.
I've got talking all right anyway.
Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Friday Night Pint. As I say, it's just a place to hang out of a Friday night, talk about football and a bit about West Ham and a bit about everything, really. So we have a bit of fun here. Catch us again next week.
How have we gone? How have we gone from talking about all the serious stuff to end up talking about midgets and all shit like that? That's what I love about Friday Night Pint.
That's what happens in Ask Us Anything.
Do you remember that time when you say Ask Us Anything? Do you remember that time when we was at Bristol, Nick, and we were standing in the middle of that pub and there was that Halloween party going on around us and we're all standing there in a group talking about the 60s Batman?
Yeah.
I love random pub conversations. They're the best.
That's kind of what this is like, isn't it?
Let's be honest. There's nothing that goes on here that wouldn't go on when we go to a pub together. We always just end up on.
Well, there probably will be. We'll probably have more beers going on because like I've stretched that side.
My God.
What?
Shall I show this?
No, log off. End the broadcast.
Oh my God. This ain't going to embarrass anyone but myself. I'm going to show this one last time before I go off. Maybe my brother. Oh my God. Somebody asked for a picture with hair. So I've been looking for one when I had hair.
Oh, you got to put that Burberry one up.
Oh, hang on. I've just realised what Robson Summers was saying. He's watching it from the beginning, so he's only 15 minutes in.
Oh, right.
He's going to wait a long time.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ.
Why is Gary so much taller than you?
Look at because Nicky's sitting down.
Is he?
Nicky weren't that high.
What is that hairstyle? Oh,
Nick,
he's got
can I just say, mate?
Oh, mate, look at Gary.
Sorry.
Can I just say, mate, that people are screenshotting this now and you're going to see that all over Twitter in about 10 minutes.
Did it? He looks like the king of
Tell you
cabs.
what, boys, them fucking shirts were a pretty penny, I'll tell you that for nothing.
It looks like Robbie Jackson and Lofty. On a night out.
Gerald's hair and the
Oh my god!
Oh mate, that was. Do you know what though?
Don't you remember when you used to have them photos? Look at the background when it looks like you're in a cloud.
I used to have the 80s school photos. Used to have that, didn't they? That little sky background. Maybe we should recreate that photo, the four of them. I remember when you used to bust that shirt out down the beach.
Oh mate, I'll tell you what, that shirt was a fucking banger. That shirt cost me like. Are you talking about that? Was in the. I don't know when I bought that. About 96.
That was mid-90s. That was
mid-90s, right? And
was that when you had your eyebrow pierced as well?
Yeah, I had the eyebrow pierced, and I had a little track line there. I had a little, like one of the little things.
Mate. Isn't it funny when you look back on old photos? Jesus.
But so I bought that in the mid-90s, and it didn't fit me till about 98.
Please recreate that photo with Gary next season.
George.
They get Georgie out as well. Recreate that photo.
Line in your eyebrow again.
Yeah, so
you'll have to put a little syrup on.
I bought that shirt. I think that shirt was something like about 110 quid, and that was a lot of money for a shirt then. A lot of money, and it was hard to find that Burberry check. You won't want to find it now.
that was with the old purple Brill cream as well, gel in your hair forward.
Yeah,
man.
I used to get water and do that when I had hair and just brush it forward with water.
That's when I used to grow a beard that the cat could lick off if you put a bit of jam on it. Right. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. What are you laughing?
I can still remember going around your mum's house and looking at that photo on the wall. It's a fucking classic. Oh, I hope they put that up on the big screen at West Ham next season, and we all go.
She only took it down when she moved. Oh, shut up, Scott! I've seen a picture of your brother. It looks like Robin and Loxley leaning up against the tree.
Oh yeah, leaning on the tree. It looks like fucking Robin Hood.
What do you want? Do you want the ball?
MRFP said, is this ending or not?
Oh fuck! Oh,
I'm crying.
he did, Scott. He had a little Gomez moustache, and he was Scott. Whose wedding photo? Nick, whose wedding photo was it when they was looking around the tree?
That's it.
They're peeping around the tree. Oh, don't do the ending, please. I'm gonna piss myself.
Oh, please, somebody get that Robin and Loxley photo, please.
Yeti.
No, fucking hell.
Shit.
Oh, God. Right.
Fuck,
Go and check us out on Patreon, guys. Go and check out the links in the description down below.
I completely missed it. I was trying to sort out dinner.
Oh, fucking hell. Go check out the Patreon. We've got 20% off in our store at the minute where you can find jumpers like this and t-shirts like that. What Ryan's got on up in the corner. One thing I have to say.
That was right.